How's it going, everybody? Welcome back. This is JR with the Hustler's Apprentice. Once again, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Just letting you know, this is the channel. If you guys want to find out anything about credit, anything about real estate, anything about hustling in general, I'm here to provide you that information. So with that being said, let's get right into it. So check this out, guys. Today I'm going to be talking about trade lines, authorized user trade lines specifically. And the reason why I wanted to discuss this topic is because we hear this in a lot of my clients. They come to me and they ask, hey, what is this trade line stuff? What does this mean? And they don't fully understand how they work, what exactly they are, what's the best one to get, things like that. So I'm just here to dispel a lot of the questions you may have or the rumors, so on and so forth, or how these things work and whatnot. So let's get right into it. So basically, for the purpose of this video, or the purpose of what I'm talking about, a trade line is just any line of credit that is on your credit report that has an account number attached to it that reports monthly. So that could be a credit card, it could be auto loan, it could be a mortgage, it could be any of those things. That's technically a trade line. For the purpose of what an authorized user trade line is, an authorized user trade line is basically when you piggyback on someone else's credit card or revolving credit, and it pops up on your credit like it's yours. How does that benefit you? How that benefits you is that if you have no credit, or if you're trying to establish more payment history, or if you have high utilization on your credit cards, it helps out in all these areas. So the first thing is, with a trade line, you want to have a trade line that's at least 6 months old. Reason why it's 6 months old, and this is for people who don't have any credit at all. You want to have one that's at least 6 months old because it takes 6 months to generate a FICO score, which is what your credit score is based upon, not those other, secondhand credit reporting companies that you come across. You want your FICO scores, and there's several different types of FICO scores. There's one for mortgage credit cards. There's one for auto. So that's a completely different video. I'm not gonna get into that. So you wanna have a trade line, or you want to be piggybacking on a trade line that's at least 6 months old to generate a FICO score. And what this does is, let's just say when you pull up your credit report on a credit monitoring site that provides the credit score, let's just say it says no credit score detected. And I've encountered, when working on people's credit, I've encountered several people who have no credit score. And it's just like, people are like, I have no credit score. That's an easy fix. Those are the people I prefer to work with. All I have to do is add them to a trade line that's at least 6 months, and your credit score could shoot up anywhere from mid to late 600s, even 700s, depending on how the age of that trade line. So that's just one way that it works. The next thing is that if you have high utilization, let's just say, when I say high utilization, let's just say you already have a revolving credit card. Let's just say you have a Capital One credit card, and it's $1,000, has a $1,000 limit. You're using $900 out of that $1,000 limit. That means your utilization is at 90%. You follow? So what you can do, there's two things you can do to lower your utilization. You can pay that down, that balance down, that $900 balance of that 1,000. You can pay that down to, at a minimum, less than 30%, preferably less than 6%, or you can add more credit. When I say add more credit, you can add more trade lines that collectively your total limit is changed, and that ultimately changes your overall utilization. What I mean by that is, let's just say you already have this $1,000 Capital One, like I just told you, and you're still using $900 of that. Just stick with me on this and rewind this if you need me to. So you have a $1,000 Capital One card, and you're using $900 of that $1,000 Capital One. Let's just say you add an additional $9,000 trade line. Let's just say you piggyback on someone else's $9,000 Capital One. That brings your total amount to what? $10,000, right? Your total available credit, which means that you're using 900 out of that $10,000 credit, right? Which puts you at 9%. You see? So basically you went from 90% to 9% by not having to pay it down, but just by adding $9,000 to it with a trade line. So people always ask, okay, how much is my score going to go up? No one can tell you that. Even the estimate I gave you earlier isn't accurate, because you can't really say, even the credit bureaus can't say what your credit score is going to be, because technically credit bureaus don't even give credit scores. This is just what comes up on the monitoring sites, what the FICO score generates based upon what's on there. So that's just food for thought in terms of that. So what type of trade line should you get? This is another question I get. Should I get, because many people think the higher the trade line is, as far as the limit, the more points you're going to get. That's not correct. Basically, age trumps limit any day of the week. And what I mean by that is, I can have this trade line that's 10 years old with a $200 limit on it, right? And I can have a $10,000 credit card here that is only 2 months old. This one's going to trump it each time. This 10K, this $200 is going to beat this 10K anytime. Age always trumps anything else. It's the age that basically is what you want to look for in a trade line when you're trying to add one. And when you have trade lines, and you want to have a mixture, whenever you're building your portfolio, you want to have a mixture of primary, and if you have authorized users, you want to have a mixture of primary as well. You just don't want to have your complete file with authorized users, because lenders will catch on to that and they'll see that. So there's a list. I'm going to cover that in other videos in terms of what the best ones to get, which ones are instant approval, which ones to help build your file the quickest within 30 days. I've worked on so many files. I've been doing this over 5 years. I've worked on so many files of getting people approved for cars, homes. Like I said, I'm a realtor, so I do this full time as well, as far as getting people approved for homes just by adding them to trade lines and having them get their own primary. And it can be done just like that. So I'll cover those, and I'll do my reviews on those as well, so that you guys can know where to start at and be able to make the best choice in building up your profile and even helping your family out. And if you have kids, the best thing to do is to start adding them if they're of age, depending on you can check with whatever credit card you do have right now, is to start adding them to your credit cards now, so you can start building their credit portfolio up as well. So by the time they graduate, they'll have a 750 credit score, especially if, obviously you're making all your payments on time and everything's on the up and up with the credit card. So with that being said, I hope that I've explained the basics as far as trade lines. I'm going to do more videos in the future as far as this goes. And I'll be putting my information out on the trade lines that I have available and how my process works. But there's many people out there who sell them and who are willing to add you to their trade lines. So, you just don't have to go through me. But I just want to provide information to you guys, so you guys can get on top of stuff, get into the hustle, get into building yourself up. That way you're able to leverage your credit to make things happen in your own life, start your businesses, purchase homes, purchase cars, purchase what it is that you need that can help you out in life. That's why I'm here. I want to use my experience to help you guys out. So with that being said, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Be on the lookout for other videos that's coming on this channel. And if you want to book a consultation with me, all my links will be in the description. As far as, you want to see where you stand at with your credit and what will be your best course of action, even if you want to get some derogatory items removed, we can discuss that as well. Feel free to hit me up. So with that being said, I appreciate you guys tuning into my channel. Make sure you guys also check out my other channels. The links will be in the description as well. You may find something you like, and comment below. Let me know what you think, your experiences with trade lines. Let me know if you have any topics you'd like me to discuss or anything you want me to review. I'm gonna be covering other jobs that I've worked at, and giving you guys recommendations just about daily life, so on and so forth. So with that being said, peace. I'm out here. Catch you guys on the next one.